All right. Hey, could somebody say the pledge real quick? Okay.
I got it.
Could somebody, go ahead.
Yep. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good Lord. The next thing on the agenda discussion is board calendar public request report summary. Any questions?
No questions from me.
Nope, I'm fine.
Melissa? Nope.
I don't think Melissa's here.
No,
Okay.
she's out of town.
That's right. Just three of us. All righty. The next one will be on the board self-assess assessment core questions. We do this every year.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can get on now.
You did it, but you're muted. There you go.
I got it. Yeah. So basically, we have a board assessment. We actually have questions that we go through and do as assessment. It comes back and tell us how are we doing as a board. So Bonnie will be sending that out. I don't know if she already sent that out, and it's due back on when, Bonnie?
So I will send it out tomorrow morning, and it's due back on Friday the 28th.
So if anybody could take a look and have any questions, feel free to get back with Bonnie. Any questions? I think we all done it. I think all of us done it last year.
Yes.
Yeah, we have done it. I think what's weird about this survey, I read through the questions again, and I was looking for those ones that I thought we might have different definitions of. We kind of run into those each year. But some of them, like COVID, has had an impact on what we've been able to do as a board. And so, I don't know. I guess just take that in context, and we'll do our responses.
I did look. Are they all? Is it all the same as last year? Did it seem like it?
Yeah, they all look familiar. Yep.
Okay.
These are the same questions. All right, moving right along. We have first read of board policies. Any questions? The first read, you will have an opportunity to ask questions. This is the first read. I don't know if you have a chance to read through all of them. If you could forward any questions to Bonnie, Bonnie will go get to the proper people and get you back a response before the meeting.
I just wanted to explain the one suggestion I made that Bonnie or Chris said that was a good, is that I've been through both the earthquake and the fire that was behind OPS. And so I've been through the reunification, the emergency evacuation, all that. And it is very chaotic. And parents show up right away and want their kids right away. And it's really difficult to make sure you have all your class while they're doing that at the same time. And so that's why I suggested that it's in one place but not in the other, because parents get very emotional, understandably, but it's very chaotic, and teachers really need to make sure they have their kids before they're letting people go. So,
Yeah.
and a policy only helps the teachers because that it makes sure
writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Carrie had a question regarding 6,000, and we're going to make a little modification to it because a list is kind of, there's a list section, and a list would have to be regularly updated. And so we're going to remove that.
Okay,
so
good.
we're going to make a correction to that.
Perfect.
Thank you.
That made a lot of sense doing it that way.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
But please feel free to get all questions to Bonnie so we can get some answers for you. So again, we could have all the answers for.
I was able to provide answers to both of Carrie's questions. I got the second one, Carrie,
Awesome.
and so it looked a little redundant in the equivalency credit opportunity. There was some redundancy there regarding that bullet, and then I answered your question about the car seats.
Yep, I saw that.
Great. So you have both of those answered.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Chris.
Have any more questions on the first read? Hearing none, we're going to move to reports of 21-22 budget update.
Thank you, Stanley. Marcy and I tag teamed on this report. And as you know, the legislature adjourned about a week ago, and we are still in the process of trying to analyze and determine the impact of legislative action on our budget. So this report really addresses funds that we have received to support the pandemic. And Director Carey, you asked for more detail in the future, and we're happy to provide that. We can explain what the funds have been spent on. Marcy, you might want to talk about your detailed list.
Yeah, and I do for the of course, because I am very detail oriented. For the Pierce County CARES funds, the gear funding, and ESSER 1, we only get those funds if we proved we spent them. So I have detailed invoices, everything, so I can make adjustments. They're all of the sets of money are we have to spend it.
Could you hold on, Lynn? Could you mute your line? I think you're coming in with a little scratchy. There you go.
Okay. All of the funding we have to spend and then we get reimbursed. So none of it do we get until we've spent the money. So I will always have a list that we can definitely, Lynn and I talked about a way to generate something that you can see that's more in a summarized form rather than 50 lines of what we spent that month.
Yeah.
But you don't need that. But to have an idea of what we did spend all this dollars on, we have not gotten to ESSER 2 or ESSER 3 yet. ESSER 3 is still a wonder, and ESSER 2, we're just starting to dig into that one. So
cool. I appreciate that. My kind of the reason for my comment is just the public view on that. Reading the report is super helpful, but if I didn't know any better, and I didn't know also that it was reimbursed dollars, I would think, for example, ESSER 3, the district's sitting on $4.4 million, and where's my kid seeing that money? So I think that whole idea about it being, available for reimbursement, not funding that the district just gets handed.
Correct.
And then the fact that we either have received it or not received it, and just some kind of, as we're going to have to go to the community and ask them to pass a levy, possibly support a bond, and somebody's going to look back at this and go, now wait a second, where's that money? And so it's just a more detailed accounting of it, which I know you have and stuff. So it was maybe for a future report. That'd be cool.
Definitely. Yeah, the ESSER 2 funds have to be spent by like 2023, and the ESSER 3 funds by 2024 is the latest I've heard. So it's not a one and done in this school year. It's over time period also. So
yeah, that might be cool to include too. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Any further questions for the ladies?
Nope.
Good, Kathy?
I said no.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is a quick one. We're going to move on to board comments.
I don't have.
I do. Board comments. Okay, I have one. I was wondering if we could think about having a July work session. In that will be our first month with the new superintendent, and it might be a good opportunity to have some time to sit down and discuss, I'm sure a wide variety of things. So because we didn't have a work session then, I thought maybe it would be a good idea to bring it up now so we could have that time. Although I do know that's the beginning of the budget presentation. So mindful of that, I'm asking way ahead of time.
I think that's a good idea. With this, we should sit down with the new superintendent, and so we can let him know what our focus is, what we think about, where we're going, so he will know the direction that we would like to go. So that's a great idea, Kathy.
Okay.
Yep. Agreed.
So Bonnie, can you make that happen?
I sure can. I was just looking at the dates. It looks like our July board meeting is July 15th. And so we can either go what, the 8th, the 22nd, or the 29th for a work session.
Say the 8th?
I,
Yeah, the 8th, that's his first week here. I don't know if you want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that on the first week. Give him a chance to settle in. So
Okay.
I would prefer the 29th.
yeah, if we can't do it before the other one, then I'd prefer it at the very end of the month.
Yeah.
Because I have a wedding to go to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
And I'm going camping.
So do I hear
But
July-
New York City.
Oh, fun.
So what we do at the end while we're all here, because beginning of July is pretty big with the 4th of July, people going on vacations. I think the end of July would be great. That way he can get his feet wet. He can have some ideas for us when he comes in, and he can let us know what he thinks also.
Yep.
So do I hear July 29th?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And that gives staff time to work them over a bit before we get.
Bonnie, could you let him know since we suddenly threw this in? And it's not on the
absolutely.
board
Yeah.
calendar.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, is there any more comments from the board? No? None from staff? Okay. Well, this is a quick one. We're going to join the meeting at 6:15. Wow.
Whew,
Wow.
amazing.
All righty. You guys have a good one.
Enjoy your
Have a good
evening.
night.
Good night.
Yes.
Huh?